Hey! It is court show time. Ah. Woo! Woo! We're gonna play it one more time, y'all. We're gonna run it one more time and then we're gonna get started up in here, okay? We're gonna run it one more time. Uh-oh. We got a doggone commercial. We got a darn commercial. How they gonna put a commercial on the SpongeBob song? That's the SpongeBob version of the People's Court, y'all. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I'm over here dancing. Tina dancing too. I see her in the chat dancing. Da 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 da. All right, for real, for real. I'm done with the music, y'all. So y'all gonna have to excuse me because I may get interrupted a few times. I have some stuff projects getting done in my house, and so I may have to, like mute up a few times because I gotta talk to people. Sorry. I tried to schedule this for a time that I know I was gonna be home today because I have some more things I'm gonna be getting up out of here for later today. So I tried to schedule this for when I know I was gonna be here, which is right now. And although I had it scheduled, y'all, for 1 o'clock my time, I did not take into consideration how long it takes to upload stuff and get it in place for the court show. It's been a while since we did a court show over here, and it's everything and trying to get everything uploaded and put where it'll be easily to access when I need it. I still got more evidence that I have not uploaded, but I'm gonna have to do it as I go, you guys. So I apologize for that inconvenience, okay? Some stuff I thought I was gonna be able to put right here in the StreamYard, and then when I started trying to upload it, it didn't want to upload. So it was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I had to figure out another way to do it, okay? I am going to prove to you all today, beyond a shadow, whatever the hell word they be using, because, I don't know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that I was not in Atlanta, Georgia on July 7th, 2024, when a certain cart boy, and I'm going to say his name for the record, James Robinson of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and his girlfriend, well, I don't know if I can call her baby mama, being as though she didn't actually have a live birth for him. So baby destroyer, uterus destroying baby mama, whatever you want to call it, it is what the fuck it is. That bitch right there, Kalika Stevens, the day that they decided to, and I don't even know if they both decided it. Part of me believes that it was just him that, decided to do this, and she was unaware. We have not, since the day she was put out on the YouTube stream, we ain't heard from her no more, y'all. We ain't heard her voice. We ain't heard her cough. We ain't heard her laugh. We ain't heard her burp. Okay, so we don't even know her whereabouts at this time. But based off of the live stream video that he did and took down, She was planning on whipping my ass. Okay, that's what her. That's what he had said. That's what he had said. So shout out to everybody in the building. Thank y'all for coming out. I plan to have a good time while debunking the fuck out of that little piece of shit ass nigga and his team over there. Okay? I plan to have a really good time with this today, y'all. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Y'all got to remember, we have not had a video or live or anything on this channel in forever. So let me go in here and wrench some of y'all up. I ain't take any wrenches. I don't know if people probably never had wrenches, especially depending on who you are to the channel. You may not have never even had a wrench because you were part of you own the picture, baby. But let me go on up in here and wrench some of y'all up or whatever. We need jury members. So y'all make sure y'all are listening and watching everything. So y'all can be able to come to a good conclusion at the end. If anybody want to volunteer and come up as a jury member, you're welcome to do so. It's no pressure or whatever. I'm just presenting my case. I'm going to go over and show all my evidence, all my proofs and everything. That is, you can't debunk any of my stuff, okay? But let me go in here and give some wrenches real quick. Give me just a second. Okay, so hopefully that worked. Y'all type again and let me see, because it's been happening to not work when I've been giving out wrenches lately. I don't know if it's my phone or if it's my StreamYard or my YouTube or what, but it hasn't been working properly a lot lately. So if it didn't, I'm sorry. All right, y'all. So like I said, this is a this is a court show today. I am here to prove my innocence because I've been accused of being a punk ass bitch. I've been accused of being a person who ran from a fight and hid. I've been a person that's been accused of being pulled up on, okay? Which neither of that happened. I'm not a punk ass bitch, or any of that, okay? So I am going to prove and I got a lot of evidence, y'all, and some of it is kind of lengthy. So y'all need to have, if y'all got to go use the bathroom, go get y'all something to snack on and drink and all that stuff. Have that together because this is going to be a long court show. Okay, it's not going to be a short one. I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff, and because of I refuse to pay the StreamYard duck. I refuse to pay for it. So because I ain't paying for it, I couldn't upload stuff into the StreamYard to present. So I got kind of send y'all to different locations to see some of this stuff. But it's okay. It is okay. It's gonna work out. I just hope I don't forget any key things. Which even if I did, I can present later at another time. Doesn't matter. Okay, so the main thing is it's gonna be proven. And I already know that a lot of y'all know me. A lot of y'all watched the videos when I left that day, so you already know that I wasn't there. A lot of y'all have watched the information that I provided when it was first accused. When I was first accused of being there, I'm like, bruh, I got all this that can show you that I was at home. A lot of y'all already seen some of this evidence when it was happening. But some of this evidence was not available. I didn't have it to show, and now I do. Okay. So, for instance, if you guys go and take a look at the community wall, I have uploaded some evidence over there as well. Um, I was supposed to have my damn tablet too, so I could do this and I could look at it too at the same time. I meant to do this live from the tablet. Matter of fact, let me go get the tablet, y'all, and I'm gonna pull up the StreamYard from the tablet. That way, I can maneuver my way back and forth, and I can see better using my phone to move around. So, give me a second. Okay, y'all, give me a second while I pull up the StreamYard. Hopefully, I'll be able to do it. I haven't used this tablet in so long, y'all. I literally haven't. So, hopefully, I'll be able to get back into the StreamYard account from it. If not, I'll figure something else out. It's telling me to get started like I'm not even signed in. So yeah, I don't know. That's not gonna work because it's not. It's acting like I'm not even signed in. Okay, so we'll just do it this way. So, all right. So we're gonna basically go over the events that took place on that day. Okay, that day being July the 7th. Okay. Before we get into July 7th, we're gonna go back and we're gonna talk about how my trip ever even came about. Okay, and the planning and all that stuff. There are people who have some vital receipts themselves who were given receipts before, during, and after my trip. Okay. Um, so let's just get started. Originally, for the last few months, I had been planning to have my 4th of July party at my house. And I was planning to have some of my siblings, not all of them, but some of my siblings to come down and we do a big thing here. And then as the time approached and it got closer, and I had not accomplished all of my yard goals that I was, because it was going to be a big yard party, I had not accomplished everything. And then my daughter sprung on me that they were going to go out of town for the 4th of July, which means my grandbabies weren't going to be here. And I didn't want to have a party without them. So I was talking to my siblings and my father, and it was decided that I would just, go home, and that my sister in Florida would just go home and we'd do everything there. My dad was already going to be doing a big thing anyway. He was never supposed to come to my party anyway. It was going to be some of my siblings. So that's what was determined. When that became determined, I talked to my son, I talked to my other daughter who was not going anywhere, and I said, hey, I'm going to be going home. Do y'all want to come? They said, well, I got to work, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay. I talked to my husband. He said, I'm going to check and see if I can take that time off because I would like to go. Okay. So lo and behold, he was not able to get the time off. I went ahead and booked my flight. Okay. When I booked my flight for leaving on July the 3rd and returning on July the 7th. Okay. That was what I booked my flight for. That's what I paid for my flight for. Okay. And that's what, when I booked my hotel, those are the dates that I booked my hotel for. July the 3rd until the 7th. As soon as I found the hotel that I wanted, because it was hard trying to find a hotel because look at the time. It's for the 4th of July weekend. And I wanted a hotel that not only I could be at, my sister could get her room there for her and her kids. And when I found out my daughter was coming, they could be able to get them a room there too. So I needed a hotel that had enough room for all of that. So I went ahead and got my hotel reserved, and everybody reserved their stuff too. Okay. Now, put my phone down. So that's what I did, y'all. I shared with you guys, I like, hey, this wasn't something that I planned months and months and months ago, because it wasn't. I said I really was planning to have a 4th of July party, but I'm going to end up doing my 4th of July party sometime, you know, later on this summer. I live in the country. I can do fireworks anytime now out here where I live at. So it doesn't matter. But I want all my kids and grandkids to be there when I do it. So I came out and I told you guys, hey, so I'm going to be going home. Is there anybody who would like to see me? Let me know if there's anybody from that's in, in Georgia while I'm there, in Atlanta, that would like to see me. The only person who said they would have wanted to see me, she's in the chat right now, is Miss Sunshine. But she said I'm going to be going to, I think, Savannah for the 4th of July weekend. So that was settled. I wasn't going to be seeing anybody from YouTube. I reached out to my family and I reached out to my friends whom I've known, that lives there. I said, hey, I'm coming to town. I'm only going to be there for so many days. So I'm going to have to cram a lot of stuff into my visit. There's some things that my sister would like to do. That she wants us to definitely do. There's some things that I want to do. There's a few places that I want to visit, a few people that I want to see. Some people may be on my agenda that I want to see that's not on my sister's agenda, or that's not, whatever, which is fine, because my brother said, hey, you can use any of my vehicles. It doesn't matter if but I don't like to drive in Atlanta because the traffic is just so, when you have lived in a small town for a long time like I live at, and then you go back and visit those bigger, large cities like that, and you have anxiety like I do, you don't like to drive. So I don't really like to drive when I go there, but if I need to, I will. So I was just like, okay, the offer was there. I did show you guys my brother's house and all 4 his vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't going to hurt him to let me use one. But I really didn't. I don't think I ended up needing to. Hold on, y'all. I don't know if they're coming to the door right now. Like I said, I got people doing some stuff for me. Um, and so I may have to like pause a few times and well, no, they didn't come to the door. Okay, good. I get the alerts every time there's any motion that goes in front of any of the cameras. So it comes up on my phone. But anyway, so we had some things planned. We had a really, really, really good time. Okay. Had a really good time. The first day that I got there, I had originally reserved a room with 2 beds. They didn't have it ready for me yet. I was tired. I wanted to get in my room. Um, my my younger sister picked me up from the airport. We went to one of my uncle's restaurants, sat down and ate, you know, and then she brought me to their house, and I was like, I want to go I want to go to my room and get comfortable. So my stepmom brought me to my hotel, and I got myself, comfortable. They didn't have the room ready for me, so they gave me a room with 1 king bed, which was perfectly fine, or whatever. I took me a little nap, and then I got up and I did my little walkthrough of my room, like I always do. I always do that. There was nothing different. There was nothing new. I walked around the room. I showed you guys the hotel. I showed you guys my hotel key card. And then later, I think, because my daughter them got there a little bit after I got there. We walked together and we took videos and made videos of the gym and the pool and all that stuff. And all that. Anyway, so I said, there's a mall right across the street from my hotel. I want to go there sometime, while I'm here, but I never ended up going. But that was one of my plans, because it was a big mall called Arbor Mall right across the street from the hotel. I really did want to visit it, but I didn't end up getting to do it. But anyway, long story short, we had the 4th of July and all that stuff at my father's house the next day. On the 5th of July, my aunt had a nice big old pool party for us. We all went down there, hung out at my aunt's country club and all that stuff. Just had a really, really good time. Some of you guys got to see some from that, because I put that in the members area. I didn't put that on public side of YouTube, but I did put some videos of all of that in the members area. Y'all got to see where I get it from, because my auntie sings just like me. She like to be in front of the microphone, in front of the camera, just like me. It's where I get it from. She's only 7 years older than me, you know. And y'all got to see some family. Y'all got to see us interacting, having a really, really good time. Those of y'all that are members of the members area, y'all got to see all that. Y'all got to see a lot more videos than I actually posted publicly. And then you had on the 6th, that was the day we were supposed to go to Six Flags. We were debating on Six Flags or Whitewater. And then it started pouring down raining. We went to my brother's house, and then we weren't supposed to be there that long. We ended up being there all day because we had a group message, messenger message, a group. And it was a group chat. And it was me, it was everybody that was pertaining to the trip. It was me. My daughter was the one daughter that came, not both my daughters. My father, my stepmom, my little sister, my other sister, and two of my brothers. Now, two of my brothers did not come for 4th of July, so they weren't included in the group chat. It was just those of us that were going to be there. So we had a group chat that we was just constantly like, "What y'all doing right now? Let's go do this. Let's go do that." That's what we were doing in the group chat, pretty much the whole time, right? So, soon as they found out we was going to my brother's house that day, everybody came over there. And then my dad pulls out the grill, and they wanting to grill and do all this other stuff, which we were, originally going to go to Six Flags, Whitewater, whatever, that day. We didn't end up going there at all. But it was okay. We saved a hell of a lot of money because I think it was like $20-some per person, and all that, and we was gonna have to buy food and all. We didn't end up having to spend that money that day. But there was a couple things that we wanted to do that we didn't end up doing because family wanted us with them doing what we were doing with the family, and I understand it. It happens. But anyway, so with all that being said, on the day that we were at my brother's house, everybody got sloppy drunk. Okay. I had uploaded a video so you guys could see how that went down. Like, you see my dad having us taking all these shots and having, shots about this and shots about that, shots about this person that's gone, this person that's no longer here, all the memories, shots about all, we was shotting it up, okay? Y'all know me, I literally had to fake being drunk just to get get out of drinking. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do something to stop this shit. And I shared that with one or two people, and nobody, because they saw video footage of me drunk, and they did not believe that I was faking it. They was like, bullshit, your ass was up. And I'm like, no, it was fake. They're like, no, you were drunk. My brother had made some videos of me because he saw me over there doing my performance, right? He made some videos. And he was like, look at my sister. That's that's sexy grandma, and she's over there fucked up, and just laughing and all this good stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I'm doing a good job. I'm gonna get them to stop trying to get me a drink because I'm not trying to get that drunk. I know I gotta leave early in the morning, Sunday morning. I know I gotta be at that airport 2 hours in advance. So I'm not trying to be sloppy drunk. You get what I'm saying? I need to be alert. So, they taking their videos and laughing at me and stuff, and I'm getting out of having to drink anymore. And so I got some of those videos too. I got the videos that my brother finally sent me, and my nephew sent me a video, whatever. This is neither here nor there. I'm just going down the timeline for my trip, and then we're going to get into what I was accused of doing. Okay. So the next morning, okay, so we get back to the hotel. Everybody crashes out. I set my timer. I only got 2 hours to get some rest because I need to get up at 2 something so I can start getting myself prepared to go home. The day before, my daughter leaves on the Saturday. She says, Mom, if you want me to, I can take your suitcase for you. You can save that money from having to pay, $35-40 to put your suitcase under the plane. Because when I paid for it coming, I thought it covers the round trip. I didn't know I was gonna have to pay it again. And I decided I don't feel like I want to pay no more. no motherfucking $40 just to put my bag under the plane. When my daughter could put my bag in her trunk and bring it home for me. I said I'm gonna get some stuff out for overnight and put it in because I always bring another whenever I go out of town, and I only had one suitcase that time, and I had a duffel. I had the I call it my pool bag, the bag that I bought from Bam's Teespring store for the Woo Ha Ha tribe. I call that my pool bag. So whenever I go to the pool to go swimming and stuff, I always have a change of clothes in there. I have a towel. I have my sunscreen. I have some sunglasses sometimes, whatever I need for pool. That's what I always keep in that bag. Well, because I knew we were going to be going to either Six Flags or Whitewater or whatever while down there, I made sure I brought that bag. So I'll have something to carry my stuff around in and not have to carry a big old purse or, nothing like that. I could just have that bag. So I grabbed that bag out of my suitcase and got me some stuff for just one overnight because they was leaving on Saturday that I could have. And I let her put my whole suitcase in her car and they left or whatever. So fast forward, get back to the hotel about 12:30, almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I set my alarm to get up at 2:30 in the morning so I can get myself ready to go to the airport. Nobody was capable of bringing me to that airport. Everybody crashed out. Everybody was super, super tired, drunk, whatever, whatever. And I didn't want nobody to bring me, to be honest. My sister was like, I got an Uber thing. I'll get you an Uber. I was like, okay, well, I'll pay you back or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So my sister got my Uber. Okay. My sister got my Uber. We're gonna get into Exhibit A, and y'all, as I'm naming these exhibits, I may not remember what name each one of them was. Okay, but we're gonna do Exhibit A, which is going to be the Uber receipt. Okay, so I'm gonna put A beside that one, Uber receipt. So that's gonna be the first receipt that we're gonna go into. This is the Uber receipt for me catching the Uber from the hotel to the airport. Now, the best part of this receipt is it has the address of the hotel, it has the address of the airport, it has the date, it has the time, it has the Uber driver. Okay? It has the driver's name on there. Okay? So I reached out to my sister this morning and I said, hey sis, um, can you screenshot me the receipt for the Uber? I said, if there's anything personal on there, like any of your personal stuff on there, like, because she's the one that got it, just kind of, black that out or whatever. She said, okay, cool. And she was like, well, what you need it for? I was like, I'm about to do a court show today and, prove where I was when this clown said he was looking for me in Atlanta because I told my sister about it. So she knows about it. So she says, okay, and she sends me the screenshot. So that's gonna be Exhibit A. We're gonna take a trip. So we're gonna do a few trips, y'all, because I told y'all it was hard for me to try to. I wanted to put everything in the StreamYard, but the shit wouldn't work. So I got to do it this way. But we're gonna go ahead and take a trip. I'm gonna put the link into the chat for y'all can go watch Exhibit A, which is the Uber receipt. Okay. Now I don't use Uber. I've only used Uber one time in my whole life, which was prior to this, which was when I was in Jacksonville and I was leaving. The last time I was in, one of the times I was in Jacksonville, I was leaving and I caught an Uber to the airport to go back home. Okay. So that's the only time I called Uber. And my sister was the one who booked the Uber for me then. Because I don't have an Uber app and I don't have no space on my phone to be downloading no new apps either. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. It is no more than, I think, 2 or 3 minutes long. So give me just 1 second, y'all. Okay, can y'all see it? Can y'all see where I put the link in there in the chat? Hey, Too Blessed. Put an A in the chat if y'all can see the link. The video is 3 minutes and 40 something seconds, okay? So everybody just put in the chat how y'all gonna be traveling to go watch the video. And then I'm gonna give us enough time to watch it, okay? I'm gonna give y'all enough time to watch it. I'll probably pull it up and watch it on my TV so I know around what time to come back. Okay. Okay, so hopefully everybody had enough time to go over and watch that exhibit. If you need more time, let me know. If you were able to watch Exhibit A, which was the Uber receipt, if you were able to go watch that, put an 8 in the chat for me, please. Put an 8 in the chat if you've watched that exhibit. Exhibit A. If you watched that, put an A in the chat. If you didn't, an 8 in the chat. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, the link is in the chat. Y'all can go watch it. It's about 3 minutes and some change. Okay. Okay. Good that people did get to watch it. Now there are some other exhibits that I posted on the community wall. Okay. Which one is a packet from my itinerary, my airline itinerary. Now, there are a couple people in the chat right now who had that packet ever since I um, purchased my airline ticket. And those are Deborah and James. They both had my itinerary ever since day one. Ever since I purchased it. There was a few people that I sent it to. Those are two of the people. I sent it to my family. I sent it to my kids so that they all know what flight I'm going to be on, what times I should be arriving at the different locations just in case something happened. Like, somebody decide to hijack the crazy stuff that happens, okay? The plane might get lost or, whatever. They know what plane I'm supposed to be on, okay? So the receipt of the airline's itinerary, which is going to be Exhibit B, it is on the community wall on this channel. So if you all can just go over to the community wall, you're going to see it says evidence. I think I posted a couple other things too, but we're not getting to that yet. But go ahead and look at the itinerary. This is the screenshots I took the day right after I purchased my ticket. Okay. Right after I purchased my ticket, it has my itinerary. It has the times, the dates for my flights that are going to be leaving because there's two flights. You got your flight from Alexandria, Louisiana that goes to Dallas Fort Worth, Texas, and then you have a flight from Dallas Fort Worth, Texas that goes to Atlanta. That's leaving on the 3rd, and then there's the same thing but backwards coming back on the 7th. There's a flight that leaves ATL and goes to DFW, and then there's a flight from DFW that goes to Alexandria, Louisiana. So y'all can go and look at that, and if y'all can come back and put an 8 in the chat that you guys got a chance to see that. That's on the community wall of this channel, okay? And I'm sorry we got to do all this back and forth. I wasn't able to upload any of this in the StreamYard, which would have been a whole lot easier because I could have just showed it on the screen. But I apologize for that, y'all. So I'm gonna give y'all, a minute or two to go do that. Okay, y'all, give me 1 second because I have somebody at the door. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. I had someone at the door, and comes to find out, she is one of my neighbors who sometimes does work for me, and she is also a witness. She's an eyewitness to me being here on July the 7th. So we're gonna, since we just did our exhibit B, which was the airline itinerary. We're going to, because she wants to say something. We're going to go ahead and have a witness statement real quick, and then we're going to get back into our timeline. So, the witness that I have here does not want to be on camera, and that's her prerogative. She doesn't want to be on camera for this interview, but she's going to state her first name only. Can you state your first name for the court? Caitlin. Okay, so if y'all did not hear her, I'm gonna make it where she can go say it loud. Okay, so her name is Caitlin, and Caitlin, um, since I've been in my new house here, you pretty much seen me almost every day. And how do you know me? I work for you. Okay, and you do what kind of work for me? Garden, whatever you need me to do. Okay. So she is the person that sometimes you may have seen her helping me doing some stuff in the garden and stuff like that. So, do you remember the 4th of July weekend? Yeah, you left on the 3rd and you came back on the 7th. How do you know? I came back on the 7th. I came here on the 7th and knocked on your door and you talked me through the intercom and told me you wasn't feeling too well and that to come back later, and I came back, I think a couple days after that. Okay. So you remember me from that day. You remember coming. And from my memory, I remember you coming. I remember you knocking on the door. I remember you said, I wanted to see how your trip was. And you said, I wanted to see if you still wanted me to do the patches on the pool. Do you remember that? Do you remember me telling you, okay, when I get done with this call that I'm on, I'll come out and bring you the patches? Yes. And then you got the patches and you went and patched the pool. Okay. So, and that was on what date? That was on I think it was late that, 7th. It was like later in the evening. It's like towards dark. My boyfriend Jeff helped me with it. Okay. I remember him helping you with it. But okay, so you do remember that day though. Yeah. Okay. And let me ask another question. While I was gone, did you come check on the garden or anything like that? Yes, I did. And you just did it because you always do? Yeah. You always checking on it. Okay. And was somebody here during that time? Yeah. Okay, but you knew he was here because of his car? Okay. So let me see. What else I want to ask you? Because everything that you're telling me right now, I have it on camera. Yeah. You know that I have cameras, right? Yeah. You were here when they were putting them out there, right? Yeah. So you know that every time you're here and in the area, you're on camera. Yeah. Okay. And you never had a problem with that, right? Okay. So your dog had some new puppies, and you came in and you told me about that, and you said you wanted to earn some extra money or whatever to do something for your dogs. Okay. Well, that's about all that I wanted to ask you. You can go back and do whatever you were about to do. Okay. All right. So, you guys, this was a eyewitness testimony from a person who was here. Okay? But don't take our words for it. Okay? Don't take our words for it because the camera footage won't lie. Okay? The camera footage of that day and of her knocking on my door and her asking me to do that work, it's not gonna lie. Okay? Miss Sweet Kisses? Don't take our word for it. She just so happened to be here to do some work for me today and asked me what I was doing. I said, I'm doing a court show on my YouTube. And she was like, well, what are you doing a court show for? And I told her. And she said, well, I was here. I remember that day. And I said, if you want to say something, you can. So that's that. Okay? I don't have to tell nobody to tell anything. So let's continue. So we had an eyewitness. Let me put that in our notes. We had an eyewitness testimony. Okay. All right. So we're going to get back into our exhibit. So we did, exhibit A was the Uber receipt. Exhibit B was the airline itinerary. So the next thing we're going to get to is You guys have already seen the video of me on the plane, okay? Y'all saw the video of me when I left on July the 3rd, and you saw the video of when I returned. You saw two different videos of me getting on planes, okay? In the videos when I left to go to Atlanta, I was wearing, excuse me, a blue turquoise looking shirt and some colorful pants, I was also wearing makeup, full face of makeup, okay? I'm going to present, and I'm going to put this on a community wall, a picture of me at one of the airports on that day, okay? So this is going to be Exhibit C. I'm trying to keep up with all my exhibits. Picture at airport, July the 3rd. I'm going to put that on the community wall right now. Give me 1 second. Hey, Mimi. Hey, Terry. Okay, y'all. Exhibit C has been uploaded to the docket. You guys can go and take a look on the community wall and you'll see those pictures, okay? I put about 4 pictures of me on July the 3rd as I was at the airport traveling to Atlanta. Okay, traveling to Atlanta July 3rd. You can see that I am wearing, like I said, a blue turquoise looking shirt and some colorful pants. Um, James will recognize that outfit because he's the one bought me the pants. Okay, you will see that that's what I'm wearing when I'm traveling to Atlanta. Okay, and I have a full face of makeup. I had on eyeshadow, all that stuff. I had on makeup on that day. So if y'all can put an 8 in the chat that you guys have went over and saw that, this is on the community wall. If y'all can put an 8 in the chat for that. No, they weren't shorts. They were pants. Mimi, there was some of those. There was some colorful like tie dye colors. I'm gonna put a ticker up there if you, because this channel is not monetized. If you want to support the channel, you can do it so by hitting the cash app. You don't have to though. Hey, Miss LJ, much love. So that's Exhibit C, y'all. That's me while traveling to Atlanta. That's me while traveling to Atlanta. Okay. And you can see in one of those pictures, I'm literally sitting on a plane. Yeah. Okay. So, Exhibit D is going to be me a second, y'all. I'm uploading. It's letting me upload it into the StreamYard. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so this is gonna be Exhibit D. It's still processing. Give me just a second. Okay.
So on my first flight, I got me a window seat. Can't see nothing right now, but it explain over. But yeah, they always be giving me window seats. I don't know why, cause I don't never pick my seat, y'all. I don't be paying no extra. I be acting cheap and shit. It just don't make no sense. I mean, we all gonna get there at the same time regardless, you know what I'm saying? But yes, I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay.
So Exhibit D is me on the flight to go home. On my first flight going home, I am wearing a pink, was like a loud pink looking shirt, or pink reddish looking um tank top. It's red. It might be red. I'm wearing a red tank top, and I am. You can clearly see when I lift up the window that it's dark outside because it's early in the morning. Okay. Y'all will recall when you looked at the itinerary for the airline that flight left at 5:55 in the morning on July the 7th. So it's dark in Atlanta. Yeah, it was like, I think it was red. I can't remember. Red, pinkish, whatever. It's definitely not blue like the first one. It's definitely a tank top like the first one, but it's not the same color. Okay, so also you will notice in that video that I'm not wearing any makeup. Okay, do I need to show it again? Matter of fact, I will, just because I want y'all to see that I am not wearing any makeup in the return home video. Why? I only had 2 hours of sleep. Got up, took a shower, got dressed, didn't put no makeup on, didn't even bring no makeup with me. Mind you, I had to let my daughter take my whole suitcase home.
So I'm on my first flight. I got me a window seat. Can't see nothing right now, but the next plane over. But yeah, they always be giving me window seats. I don't know why, cause I don't never pick my seat, y'all. I don't be paying no extra. I be acting cheap and shit. It just don't make no sense. I mean, we all gonna get there at the same time regardless, you know what I'm saying? But yes, I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay.
You're right, Mimi. That shirt is like red. It's red, but you can see there's no makeup on me. Um, it's dark. It's it's really early. It's and I did more videos than that one that day, and I've already shown a lot of this stuff. But just for the sake of what we're doing, I wanted to add that into the exhibit. One of the other exhibits was where I stopped at a Starbucks in the airport in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. I stopped at a Starbucks. I was looking for a McDonald's. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I wanted a caramel frappe from McDonald's, but I couldn't find a McDonald's, so I stopped at Starbucks, which was right next to my terminal, and I purchased a cappuccino from there and a little small breakfast thing. So there's a video of that, and then I also provided the receipt from my Apple Pay because I used Apple Pay to purchase it. I think. Hold on, let me get that for you guys. Okay, so I just uploaded that exhibit into the community wall. It is the receipt from my Apple Pay of me purchasing my stuff from Starbucks, and it's gonna show that I was in Texas at that time because I was at Dallas Fort Worth, Texas airport. Okay, so that is gonna be exhibit E, the Starbucks receipt. Now there is a video of me at the Starbucks that you guys have already seen on the at another time. I'm not gonna go over a lot of that stuff that I've already shown before. So that's gonna be exhibit E. It shows me purchasing the coffee and the it shows what I purchased, the coffee and the breakfast thing right before I boarded the flight that day. Okay, so I did also add the receipt of, hold on, the video, I mean, excuse me, the receipt of my calls that I talked to, the people that I talked to while I was traveling back home. So when I arrived at the airport in Alexandria, Louisiana, I had a conversation with my dear friend who was in the chat, Deborah. I talked to her almost the whole ride home. Okay, almost the whole ride from Alexandria to Leesville. Okay, so I put the call log receipt in the community wall. If y'all go look, you'll see where I talked to her that morning, and you'll see I think it was like 30 something minutes. That is in the community wall. If you guys go over there and look, I placed that over there prior to some of these other receipts. I put that in there already. So that's gonna be exhibit F. You'll also see where I talked to James once I got home. That's gonna be exhibit F as well. They're both gonna be in the same thing. Okay. Now I have another exhibit that I'm gonna. This is a video you guys are gonna watch. Remember, I told you guys that there was a group chat between myself, my father, my stepmom, my sister, my other sister, one of my brothers, and my other brother. We were all in a group chat, okay? And we named it Trip. It's separate from our normal group chat where we all just talk. This was a chat that we created just for the trip. And in that group chat, the last day we all hung out together, which was July the 6th, and then we all were drunk. And then the next morning, my ass had to leave. So I posted updates of my travel back home in the group chat. So I have a video for you guys. It's not that long. Let me get the link and I'll bring it back in. Hey, Sakina. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Every time I go to try to make sure I got the receipt in there or add a new receipt, I had to leave out of the screen yard. So that was gonna be that was yeah, um the group chat. That's gonna be. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put Elf there. I meant to put. That's gonna be Exhibit G, y'all. The group chat is Exhibit G. The group text messages between myself and my family, letting them know, even though they weren't really kind of responding because everybody was fucking drunk. I was letting them know where I was at and how my. So when I got on the first flight and I made that video and I started uploading it, then they say put your phones on airplane mode. So it didn't finish sending to them. It didn't get to them until after I let them know that I'm on getting ready to get on the second flight. So that's why it looks like it's kind of off a little bit. Is because it did not send until I was able to get back using my data. I couldn't get back to using my data until I got off that first flight. Okay. And I don't be paying for. Well, sometimes I'll use the airplane Wi-Fi, but it don't let you do everything. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's continue. So that was Exhibit G. Hey, Bam. Much love, girl. Okay. That was Exhibit G, the group text message. Now we're gonna get into the home surveillance video of me arriving at my house. Okay. So we're gonna get into that, and that's gonna be Exhibit H. Video of me returning. Oh no. Yeah, video H. It's video of me returning home. Let me see. That's gonna be H. I'm trying to make sure I keep this in order, y'all. I apologize if it does not. Give me 1 second to go get it. let me see, what was that? Exhibit H. Now, in that video, you saw the girl that just came up and spoke. I don't know if y'all could hear it okay, because it seems like whenever I do when I'm doing DU recording or recording over me showing something, for some for some reason it like chops it up and it puts it in like the audio's all just like in different places and it's not right. So I don't know if y'all could hear that properly, but I can re-upload that exhibit if y'all need me to or whatever, because it just whenever I put the if I put the record on and then I put the what is it called, when I'm screen recording and I turn the microphone on and try to talk over it, it gets all messed up when it actually uploads. So we're gonna keep it moving. That was the video of me arriving home that day. So the next one is going to be, you guys already saw where I showed you guys me clocking out to go to the hospital that day. So now you're going to see the video of me leaving the house. Now at this point, I put on a whole nother wig. I have on a blue dress. Okay, I'm going to leave my house to go to the ER. Okay, it's the same day. You're going to see the time, which is going to coincide with the time that I clocked out. Okay, I clocked out at 3 something, and I left the house at 3 something to go to the ER. So we're going to look at that video clip. I'm going to grab the link and put it in the chat. So y'all, the video that I just sent in the chat is gonna be Exhibit I. It is gonna be me leaving the house to go to the ER. Okay, because I went to the ER that day. Okay, so y'all go watch that. It's not that long. It's about 3 minutes long. Okay, y'all. So that was exhibit I. That was me going to the ER. Okay. That was me going to the ER, and I don't know if it had the part. I think it had the part also when I came back at 6 something in the evening. So exhibit I is me going and coming back from the um ER. Now, and like I sent you guys already, if you go to the community wall, you will see the exhibit that shows me on the phone with Deborah while I'm driving to the ER. You can match the times up. You'll see that I talked to her the whole ride to the ER. Okay. Um, Other than that, and this is a really, really, really big receipt that we're gonna put out now. Let me grab the link real quick. This last receipt, y'all, is 20 minutes long, okay? It is the biggest receipt of all, okay? I've already shown you guys in previous videos. I showed you guys the doctor's note from the ER. Motherfucker said that was fake. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They never even said anything about it. But this is the final receipt, y'all. This is the finale. Hey, my sister Glow is in the building. Hey, Okay, so I know everybody's watching that video. It's kind of long, like I said. It's like 20 minutes long. I wanted to capture as much of, the process as I could. I did have to crop some out because there was another lady there waiting for her records and they called her name out. So I cropped that part out because I don't want nobody else's, personal information on here. This was just about me. So I did edit that one part out where they call her name so she can go up and get her medical records. But other than that, you actually see, you hear me sit, you see me sitting there. I'm breaking up. Okay, I'll come out and come back in. Okay, can y'all hear me okay now? Do I sound okay now, Mimi? Okay, good. So, in that last receipt there, it's long because I wanted to get everything. You know what I'm saying? I walked in there. I went over to the first. I got took a number because there's a number if you're coming there for other stuff. I took a number, but I realized I didn't need a number. I went straight over there to the medical records department. I hit the little doorbell. I rung it. They have a little sign that says if you're on your phone, they can't talk to you. So I just set my phone down and basically I requested my record for that day. She gave me a form that I had to fill out. Um, can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Okay. She gave me a form, asked for my medical records for that one day only, and then I had to wait for them to go pull it or whatever. I asked for the entire record, which includes every single thing that happened that day while I was there. I have it here. And then after she gave me that, I went down. She said, if you go to the radiology area, they can give you a CD of your CT scan and your X-ray. So I went down there and got that too. The CD has my name, it has my date of birth, and it has the date and time that the test was done. So there is no misunderstanding. I requested my medical records for one day only, July the 7th, 2024. And I was handed my medical records for that day. Now, in previous videos, you guys have already seen me show my doctor's note discharge paperwork as well with that same date, same hospital, same doctor. Okay? I did not make any of that up. I was not in Atlanta, Georgia, July 7th in the afternoon when that guy was riding around Atlanta. I was already home. I made it home around 11 something in the morning, a few minutes after 11 in the morning. Now, we have witnesses in the chat who can attest to it, especially Deborah, because Deborah was on the phone with me from driving from the airport in Alexandria all the way till I got home. When I get out the car, you see me talking on my phone. That's who I was talking to. But I showed y'all the phone record. I showed y'all, hey, this is her phone record. This is the record of me talking to her that day. I talked to her when I was coming home from the airport, and then I talked to her again when I was going to the emergency room. Those are receipts. Those are receipts. You can't dispute that. She's right there. She'll tell you. She talked to me. Those are receipts you can't dispute. You can't dispute a receipt that I just walked into the hospital and requested my medical records. I didn't bring nothing in there but my driver's license and my keys and my phone. I request my medical records. I sat there and waited, and they gave them to me. I got them sitting right here. I got the disc sitting right here. Can't make that up. You've seen multiple forms of evidence. You saw me get out of my car on the home surveillance camera. You can't alter that. You can't change the dates and times on that. You can't do that. You see the time I got out of the car. You see the time that my daughter came, brought me my suitcase. You see the time that Caitlin came and asked could she do some work for me in the back in the pool. You've heard me speak on it. I said, hey, we got the pool patched up. Now it just got to get cleaned out. And the water needs to be filled up. I've been saying that all this time. She's a person who knew that I was gone because she's always here doing work for me, making a little money so she can take care of her stuff. I did talk to you twice that day when you got off the plane and on the way to the hospital. Exactly. But Deborah's not even the only person. Sakina also talked to me while I was at the hospital. We were texting back and forth. I sent her a video of me in the hospital, sitting on the hospital bed. She got that video in her messenger with the time. She's already told y'all what time it says. Now, mind you, we're all on different time zones. So sometimes some of the receipts may have a time that's different from the other receipt, and that's just because we're on different time zones. You guys saw the receipt, the Uber receipt that my sister Glow, who was in the chat right now, paid for. So I could go home. Okay, sis, you can't hear me? But yeah, she paid for my damn Uber that day. And that's my sister. She paid for my Uber that day. It was 50 something dollars to go from Douglasville, Georgia to the Atlanta airport. Now, you can check with Uber, find out what it costs or how much they charge. I don't know if they all charge the same amount or not because I don't ride Uber. I don't do Uber. I drive almost everywhere. But that day, I needed a ride to the airport and everybody in my family was drunk. Okay, Mimi. Hey, Sakina. So this is the part where I dropped the link and allow if anyone from the other side has any evidence that they want to present that says that I was in Atlanta, you can come up and present your evidence now. Because I have presented all of the evidence that I was going to present. There might have been some more stuff that I forgot, but it's I put in a whole bunch of evidence. And like I said, there is, video clips. I have video footage of me getting on the plane coming to Atlanta, full makeup, and then you see video of me leaving without makeup with a whole different outfit on. The other party wants to say that I made the videos in advance because I knew he was coming and I was going to be already hiding from him, which does not make sense whatsoever. His narrative is so bizarre and stupid that anybody would believe that crap. It's crazy. He says, I already knew that he was going to be coming. So when I was flying to Atlanta, I made those other videos come home. So I guess I took my makeup off and then put it right back on and changed clothes and put my clothes back on. That don't even make no damn sense what he is trying to say. But whatever he got to say to make himself feel like he did something, I guess. I gave this individual the address to my home. I went outside and I showed the sign that reflects the same address. Not only did I do that, I've also shown documentations that show the address. He have yet to make it here. He ain't going to make it here. Him neither, his female companion. He is all talk, period, point blank. These are my closing arguments. I don't see anybody from the other side of this case trying to come up and present any evidence because they don't have any evidence. There's nothing wrong with any of the evidence that I showed. The only issue that I have is when I did the video and I'm talking over it, it gets messed up because of the software that I'm using on my phone. But you still see the video, you see the date, you see the time, which is the main part. The stuff that I'm saying ain't even important. It's what you see on that video. You see me at my house on that day, at that time, which means I couldn't have been in Atlanta. That's the bottom line. Point blank, period. How did you know that when last we heard he was in Florida? No matter what we show as proof, they are going to try and say otherwise. Yeah, they can, but at least I know I proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that I wasn't lying. Okay, I wasn't running from shit. The day he went live, riding around, I was at the fucking ER. So now, with all of that being said, I don't see anybody coming up. So we're gonna have the people that are in the chat will be the jury. If you guys believe that I was in Atlanta, put Atlanta in the chat. If you guys believe that I was in Louisiana when JJ and his girl Minnie, whatever, what do you call Mimi, Minnie, whatever, was in Atlanta looking for me. So y'all put Atlanta or y'all put Louisiana based on the evidence that you have seen. The other party did not show up. Nobody from his camp showed up. So y'all put in the chat if y'all believe I was in Atlanta or if y'all believe I was in Louisiana. So we can get a verdict and we can go ahead and close this case out. So you're gonna be putting if y'all believe that when he was in Atlanta, if y'all believe that I was still in Atlanta, or if y'all believe that I was in Louisiana while he was in Atlanta driving around. I said, okay, let me rephrase it again. The court case was based on where was I when JJ was in Atlanta. Was I at home in Louisiana or was I still in Atlanta? That's what we are giving a verdict on. After everything that you guys have saw, and mind you, some of this stuff was already presented on that day. I posted the videos of me leaving that morning. I just took them back down because they were on the wrong spot. Hold on, huh? If anybody from either side would like to come up, the link is in the chat and just say what you want to say based on what you saw. You're welcome to do so at this time. I don't want nobody to feel like they didn't have an opportunity. It is what it is. I was confused. Um, Bam, Bam said, Deb, I know not to call you for jury duty. I'm like, I just sat here and laid out all this stuff. And she definitely knows because she was the one on the phone with me. She was on the phone with me. She'd be on the phone with me a lot, but she was on the phone with me the day while I was leaving the damn airport. I didn't listen to no music that whole time because I was on the phone with her. And the whole time while I was on my way to the ER. Lovely, I have somebody I want to bring to court. Okay. Let me know about it and we can probably set something up. So, of course, nobody's going to come from that side. I did post some very key evidence components into the community wall, y'all. We had several exhibits of evidence, y'all, including, the finale was me going to the emergency room, going to the hospital, and getting the medical records. Those medical records don't lie. They ain't finna lie for nobody, okay? They ain't about to lie for shit, okay? And I have it here, okay? I have the whole packet that they gave me. I have the whole CD. Didn't cost me a dime to acquire those records. Didn't take that long. Well, it took a while. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, say it didn't take that long because some of it I didn't even, I stopped recording because it was taking up too much space on my phone. So it did take me probably from the time I sat at the time I after I filled out the paper and was started waiting. It took me probably about maybe 15 minutes to wait for them to actually give me the record. And then when I went down to the radiology area, they had quite a few people waiting, and that took a few minutes as well. It took probably about 10 minutes to get the CD. Again, since the day that lady's picture got put out here and her information, we ain't heard from her no more. We don't even know if we don't even know if she's still alive because we ain't heard from her. Somebody might need to do a welfare check just to make sure she's still good because we don't hear her in the background no more. We don't hear her saying anything at all. Okay. Since I've been back, I've been very busy. I was sick for a while. I was sick. I thought I had COVID or whatever. Um, I had my shows. I've had two shows since I've been back. So I was very, very busy. But today I said, you know something? I'm gonna go ahead and since I already got to go that way for something, I had to go towards the hospital for something else. I'm gonna go ahead on and do this little debunk. I'm off. I got time. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have been doing it from a laptop where I could have just presented everything on that. But I'm not. So I had to do it this way. Um, that full grown man. I know, right? So me and Deb, the only ones gonna say something. But everybody was typing earlier. Oh, what? Oh, hold on. What I missed? Okay. So did everybody put their verdict in the chat? Is anybody feel like they need me to go over any of the evidence again? Hey, Miss Tawana, you all late. You missed the whole trial. You missed the whole thing, girl. The truth is the truth. That's what it's about. Mhm. Yep. So the fact that I mean, his whole thing was him saying that don't even make sense though. He's saying that he's trying to say that when I left Louisiana, I recorded two videos. I recorded the videos of me actually boarding the planes to leave, and I got back off the plane, changed clothes, took off my makeup, got back on the plane, sat in somebody else's seat to make a video and pretend I'm leaving because I knew he was going to be coming. Allegedly he's trying to say I knew that on July the 3rd, when I was leaving to go to Atlanta, I already knew he was going to come. So I did all of that. That don't even make no fucking sense. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, y'all. I had a really good time. It's been 2 hours and 11 minutes. I told y'all I got people doing some stuff for me here at the house. So I really need to get back to what I got going on. Exactly. It's not possible. It's not possible at all. That lets you know I don't think he may have never flown anywhere before. And that's probably why he would think that you can just get off the plane and come back on the plane and sit in somebody else. First of all, people are really particular about their seats, okay? People are very particular about their seats. Now, me, I don't choose my seats when I purchase my tickets. I let the airline choose it. So whatever they end up giving me, that's what I get. But I have yet to ever sit in somebody else's seat, okay? Because you don't have that luxury of just picking your own seat once you get on the plane. You got to sit in the seat that's assigned to you. Because I got a plane in my backyard. So I'm sitting over here trying to understand where his logic come from. As soon as I seen his picture, I sent the video for Sakina to upload. So I'm not understanding what he's trying to say. I tried to when I was doing the screen share and trying to do you record and show y'all. I tried to blow it up so y'all can see it bigger so y'all can see what it's saying. That's about all. It's not general admission. It's not like riding on a Greyhound bus or something like that, where you can just sit anywhere. It's not like riding on a Carter bus or whatever the hell that is. Your seats are assigned on a plane, and you are expected to sit in that seat. If you get in somebody else's seat, you will be asked to get up and get in your own seat. If you refuse, you will be asked to get your ass off the plane with no refund. They don't play that mess. Now, if you end up with the seat that's by exit or whatever them things called, you got an option if you feel like you can't handle it. That they may, if they have some extra seats, they may, let you get somewhere else. If they have seats that have not been filled, but other than that, that's the only option you get. Because when you sit at an exit seat, you got some responsibilities that you kind of like agree that you're gonna do in the event, that some shit go left. But other than that, or whatever. So I had a really good time presenting this court case, y'all. One thing that I would have done differently if I would have been using a computer, I would have been able to present everything a little bit better. But since I wasn't, and I was just doing this from my phone, it was a little harder to do. And having to have y'all leave and come back, leave and come back. I know that was kind of stressful for some of y'all, and I apologize for that. But I wanted to go ahead and put this to bed because I'm tired of this person saying it, acting like he done something when he didn't. The whole YouTube streets know that he's full of shit and that he ain't pull up on nobody. But I have my evidence. I don't have no problem. Like I said, anytime I could go to the hospital and get my medical records if that's needed for any receipt. You know, he could have been, went to the hospital and got, or to wherever and got medical records to prove other shit, but he ain't gonna do it because he know he can't prove it. It was easy. It didn't cost me any money. You guys was able to see, you know, me walk up in there. I showed y'all where I was going. I showed y'all what I had with me and get what I needed. I filled out the form, got what I needed, and got up out of there. Okay. You guys see my airline itinerary. I had sent that itinerary to multiple people because I want them to know, hey, this is the plane I'm gonna be on. Be on the lookout. My ass don't arrive. That's the plane I was on. This is the airlines that I used. So, I be thinking, because I know shit happens. Shit happens sometimes with these planes. So I want people to know, including my children, including some grown folk, even because my children are grown, but they ain't grown. I want a few grown people to know too. Hey, this the flight that I'm on right here. Case was proven without a doubt. Thank you, Mimi. So that's why I definitely could with no problem show the itinerary that shows the time and dates. I showed the tickets in my and they still in there. They don't the passes. They don't fucking go away. They still in my wallet to this day. The going and the return tickets are still there. They show as expired passes. They still there. They're not going nowhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. We're gonna play our little closing music, and we're gonna be out. We got a verdict that I was in Louisiana. That's what we got the verdict of. Yeah, I showed enough. He can't show anything. What do he have? I even gave y'all the hotel. Go look it up. You know. Let me go here. Where am I going? Oh, the people's court. I'm gonna play the closing music and then I'm gonna get up out of here. He's coming now. Okay. Dun, dun. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Court is now finished.